Hi, I'm going to tell you what we're doing in class the week of September 8th. So this is right after Labor Day. So on our learning objectives, you can click our lesson plans, and that will bring you to this file. You'll start here, and if you click on the week of 9/8, you can jump right down to my lesson plans, so you can check everything out in order. So here's where everything will be on Google Classroom, 9/8 to 9/11. You won't be down in this 9/2 to 9/4 very much, except if you'd like to use this to open up your soundtrack project again. So we're continuing the soundtrack project this week, and the first thing that we'll be doing is finishing up. If you haven't yet finished your connection slides, we'll be working on that for about a period on Tuesday. So if you're still working on your connection slides at home, you can continue that work up through Tuesday, and then you can start into the paraphrasing work. So I'm going to talk about paraphrasing because that's something that you'll do on your research slides. So we're going to go through a little mini lesson about paraphrasing. You can't just copy paste things from Wikipedia or from a site about a band onto your slides because that's called plagiarism. So we're going to learn how to reword things, put them into your own language so that you wrote it instead of just copying from what somebody else wrote. All of that is so that you can work on your slides that research the band. Like on mine, I talked about how the Beatles were formed in the 1960s, and Let It Be is the title track of their last album. So you'll do some research about the songs that you've chosen. So there's a little mini lesson, and then you're going to practice. So we have these paraphrase task cards here, and there's directions. And you'll read over the passage, and then you'll jump down to the next slide so that you can't look at the original text, and you'll reword it in a way that is using your own language based on what you can remember or any notes you've taken. So you're going to reword, I think it's 10 different cards throughout this file, and you'll turn that in. And then you're going to research your own songs so that you have a place to keep all of that research. You're going to use this research paraphrase notes. So these 3 are the songs that are required in your soundtrack, and these 2 are the bonus songs if you're choosing to do bonus. So you'll research a little bit about the song to figure out who wrote it, when it was written, what it's about, where it was written, if you can find that. Any fun facts about it, that might be if it's about a particular person or what album it's from. And then using that research, you're going to write 3 sentences about the song in paragraph form using just your own words. And then any links that you used in your research, you're going to put them here. Up here, you'll fill in what song you were researching. So you'll do that for 1, 2, 3 songs. Once you've written your research in this box, you can copy and paste it onto the slides that say erase this text and put some research about the song here instead. So here's where you'll put whatever you researched for each song. You'll put a picture on it, you'll put the title of the song and the artist who performed it, and you'll do that for all 3 of your required songs and any bonus songs that you decide to do as well. After that, your soundtrack project should be completely written, but you might still have some errors in it. One of the most common errors in 8th grade is run-ons and fragments. So we're going to talk about run-ons and fragments here with these notes that are Christmas themed because it's about clauses. So we'll talk through these, and then I'll post some notes on that for kids at home. And then you're going to practice. So when you open this, if you go annotate with Kami, you will be able to, is the bell ringing? You'll be able to actually put in answers. So you can fix these run-ons and rewrite them by inserting a text box. Like here, down here, you'll be able to maybe highlight errors and put a different text box so you can fix things on this. You can rewrite this entire paragraph down here. So any place that has notes for you to practice on, you can use Kami to do that. And then you're going to use the self-editing checklist to make sure that your project is as good as it can be. So these are all of the sort of silly errors that kids make. Make sure your song titles are capitalized. Make sure they have quotes around them. You capitalize the names of bands. So you'll go through all of these. It's a very exhaustive checklist. There's actually 3 pages of it too. And once you've checked off everything and you think it's ready to go back to Classroom. Under 9.2 to 9.4, go back to Soundtrack Project and turn it in. It is due on September 11th on Friday, and I will grade it as soon as I can. It'll probably take me a little bit because it's a lot of writing. But if you have any questions throughout the week, remember to use that contact form, which is right here. And you can ask me questions and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.